Hey, Taurus. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of May 2020. I hope you are staying well. I know it's been a challenging time for all of us, and I know, Taurus, you've been managing pretty well. At least that's what I'm feeling. So as we move into the month of May, I also feel like things are going to get easier. I don't know why, but that just came to me as I was shuffling. But let me go ahead and get out all the logistics. For the readings this month, I will be using my white tarot deck. For clarifiers, I will be using my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot. And then, Taurus, I will close out your reading with a numerology guidance card. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month. And I would love to share your money message with you. You will also notice that I read jumper cards, meaning that as I shuffle, sometimes you will see a card literally fly out of the deck or flip or scoot its way out. Those are cards that I choose to read because I do believe that they are communicating something specific, and I want to pay attention to that. So let's go ahead and get right to it. What do we need to know for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2020? I need one more card for Taurus, please. All right, Taurus, you've got a lot of anxiety, especially as it relates to work. I can see that right off the bat, but don't worry, it's only temporary. You're doing what you got to do. Sometimes it's all about not what's happening, but sometimes it's about what's not happening. And you may hear my doggy in the background, and I apologize. Is this cut off? No. All right, Taurus. Like I said, I can see that you're feeling a little bit anxious about things, about circumstances, about work. Could be about school too. I'm feeling that heavy. You could be feeling anxious about school because things are just not happening fast enough for you. Also, you may feel like you're just kind of doing a lot and you're not seeing a lot of results. But I have to tell you that's temporary. Okay? So we have the Three of Swords, Eight of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Swords, reverse, Devil upright. Then we have the Death card, reverse. And also we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. Like I said, I'm feeling the anxiousness here. I'm seeing the anxiety. Also, the other thing, though, is a lot of this is, I want to say you're going to have to relax a little bit, Taurus. I know the beginning of May is going to make you feel a little tense, but at the same time you have to really figure out, is this just my perception of the situation, or is this energetically just what I'm feeling and I'm trying to sort it all out? And I think that it's a little bit of a combination of both. You know, you're healing some things emotionally, and this does affect your money because sometimes when we're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, it can cause us to make decisions out of fear. It can cause us to spend money out of fear, and it can cause us to say yes and or no to certain things because we're fearful. And I just want you to know, Taurus, that you're going to be okay, okay? I know you may be feeling a little anxious, overwhelmed, frustrated, maybe even discouraged, but just know it's not going to stay like that forever. And I can tell you that because I do see these two cards in the reverse. Now, this is self-limiting beliefs here, but you're working towards that. I also see here, this is when you're feeling discouraged and you're ready to give up, but you're also not going to quit. It's like you may have gone through a period of that frustration, but as we move towards the end of the first week of May, you're going to kind of remotivate yourself and start doing some things that are going to make a difference in how you feel and how you're showing up. Now, the Devil card here is we got to really examine our attachments to certain things, certain people, certain situations, certain environments. There could be something unhealthy that you are attached to. There could be some unhealthy habits that you really need to break, that you need to change, okay? And I think that's going to probably be the breakthrough for you as we move into the new month of May. Now, we also have the Death card here. This means that change is happening slowly. Things are definitely shifting for you, but they're just not happening maybe as quickly or as profoundly as what you would like them to be. I'm just going to say, Taurus, that you're going to have to trust the situation, and you're also going to have to trust the timing on this, okay? Change is coming. Change for the better is definitely happening. You just have to make sure that you're not either doing something to slow changes down, or you're going to have to learn to be a little bit more accepting and patient when it comes to big, dramatic changes that are going to be taking place in your life. But you know what? Let's keep going and see what else shows up. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Taurus? All right, Taurus. Now, the good thing is that once we move into that second week of May, you're going to see that things are definitely changing. We have the Moon card here in reverse. We have the King of Pentacles upright, Three of Cups upright. We also have the Page of Swords in reverse, Six of Swords upright, Hermit card reverse. Now, the Moon in the reverse is a very, very good thing. This means that something that was once hidden from you is going to be revealed. New information is forthcoming. Something's going to be exposed. Something is going to be announced in a very big, dramatic way, probably. But whatever it is, if you were kept in the dark about something, either something you knew about or something you didn't know about, all of that is going to be revealed to you. And this is going to be some powerful information because it's going to allow you to make way better decisions as it relates to your money. Now, the King of Pentacles is all about financial literacy. So whatever this information is that is forthcoming, it's going to allow you to make some decisions. You're going to be able to make some plans. And that's going to give you some instant security. It's going to give you some instant confidence because at least now you know the direction that things are going as it relates to your money, to your work, to your business, your investments, and all of those things. Now, we also have the Three of Cups here. This means that there's a celebration coming. That's one way we can read this card. It also means that you're going to be connecting with some people in a very good way that's going to help you achieve some of your goals. Now, you could be looking to network with certain people. Maybe you get a new job and you realize that these people are kind of also on the same path that you are, at least financially. So whatever it is, this is definitely going to be a coming together. Things are going to be in harmony. Things are going to be in sync with a couple of people around you. And I'm feeling like this is something work related. You're going to be at the right place at the right time to connect with people. And you're also going to be celebrating some wins in some way. Now, we also have the Page of Swords here. This is a delayed stop and go message, or it could be a stop and go project. Usually, though, when I see the Page of Swords in the reverse position, it means that things are kind of stop and go for a while. Something starts, and then things are put on hold, and then it starts again, and then things are put on hold, or there's a pause, or there's a delay, or there's something that changes, and so that takes a little bit more time. As we move into that second week of May, just know that things like that could be happening, especially as it relates to your work or to your business or to your investments, maybe your clients, your customers, but just know that that's kind of just the nature of the business, especially for the timing, the way things are right now. Things are a little bit imbalanced, but just know that that's not going to be permanent, okay? This is a temporary thing. This is part of a normal cycle of ebb and flow. Excuse me. Next up, we have the Six of Swords. You may be taking a trip, Taurus. The Six of Swords is you going away somewhere. Now, I'm feeling like this is something professional related. Could be a business trip, or it could be like a movement of some sort within your work or within your business. Now, the good thing is that this trip is definitely going to be something that reveals something to you in a good way, okay? It's going to expose you to more opportunities. Maybe you're going to reconsider the type of work that you do. Maybe you might learn about a new possibility. You may even discover that you want to do something entirely different than what you're currently doing. But this trip is definitely going to be something positive for you. It's going to be something that allows you to grow personally, and it's going to add a whole new dimension to your work life in some way, shape, or form. So get ready for that, because I feel like this is going to be a breakthrough of some sort, especially because it fell on these two cards here, the Devil and the Death card. You know, there's going to be some type of internal shift as you travel, or as you move, or as you relocate. There's going to be something more to it than just the actual trip itself. Next up, we have the Hermit card. This is all about you showing up. You're not retreating. You're actually going out and showing up. You're being active. You are, really putting yourself out there so you can be seen and you can connect with people. This is a very good card because it means that you intentionally are doing what you can to set yourself up for success. You're really trying to take matters into your own hands, and you're really being proactive about your work life. You know, if you have to make a phone call, you make the phone call. If you have to go to an event, you go to the event. If you have to take a class, you take the class. It's all about you being proactive and showing up for you. So let's see, let's clarify and see what else shows up for Taurus for the month of May 2020. Okay. All right, Taurus. Now, I already see some breakthroughs happening here once we move into that second half of May. Now, you're going to have to be very, very careful with trusting your intuition when you make decisions, especially as it relates to your money and your spending, okay? You need to listen to that inner voice, that inner wisdom. You need to really tap into your spiritual side, because you're starting to get intuitive hits. You're starting to get these little nudges, and I want you to pay attention to that, okay? It's going to be really strong, probably, like I said, as we move into the second half of May. But let's go ahead and start here with this Four of Cups in the reverse. You're probably going to get an offer. It may not excite you, but it's okay. You know, it's not going to be the only offer forthcoming, but you're going to hear back about something. I'm feeling like this is a job for some of you. You're going to hear back about a job. It may not necessarily be the job that you wanted or the one you had your heart set on. So just know that if for some reason you have to say no, it's going to be okay. All right. Next, we have the Eight of Swords. This is the release of self-limiting beliefs. Looks like you're doing a lot of inner work here, Taurus. That's very, very good, because you're not imprisoning yourself anymore. You are not limiting your thoughts. You're not limiting what you think you can do. This is, like I said, this is a big breakthrough. Now, remember, we saw that Eight of Swords here, right? Where you were feeling like you were kind of stuck. Maybe you were feeling like a little anxious. Maybe you were feeling like you just didn't have any way that you felt good enough to go. Maybe you were feeling you were being held back. by someone or something. Just know that you're breaking through that, okay? You may feel a little bit of anxiousness, you may feel a little bit of overwhelm, but it's nothing that's going to totally knock you down and take you out the game. We also have the High Priestess here. Now, this is where I said pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to those little intuitive whispers that you're hearing, okay? You may not always trust it because I see this is in the reverse, so maybe sometimes you doubt or second guess yourself. I really want you to work on trusting hearing that, because that's going to lead you exactly where you want to go, especially as it relates to your money, especially as it relates to any type of business, achievement, growth, financial growth. Anything like that. Pay attention to that inner voice because it is leading you in the right path. Now, we also have the Ten of Pentacles here. This means that you're going to be doing a lot of work on your own, Taurus. You're not going to be collaborating with a lot of people. You may be kind of going solo in your own way, doing your own thing, maybe becoming a solopreneur, maybe just deciding to take on a project that only you will work on with you. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, it might be something good because at least you control every aspect of whatever this project is. Now, you're also going to be getting some attention here. You're going to be recognized for something in a very positive way. People are going to see and acknowledge that you are gifted in some way, and they're also giving you attention, putting you in the spotlight, so to speak. You're definitely going to be recognized. You're definitely going to be noticed. And this is a good thing. This is definitely a good thing for your brand. This is a good thing for your professional reputation. This is something that's definitely going to be able to up-level you in your career or in your business or even in your personal life. Next up, we have the Queen of Wands here. Now, the Queen of Wands is a very grounded, very stable energy card. She's also someone who is very practical. And I'm feeling like that's kind of the energy that you are kind of tapping into as we move into the second week of May, where you just feel like it's not about extravagance. It's not about, doing too much. It's kind of just a very simple, practical approach. It's like you're very comfortable, you're very content, you're not feeling like you need to kind of prove yourself or do too much or I don't know. I just keep getting the word simplicity. I keep getting the word ease. So I'm feeling like once we move into that third week of May, Taurus, you're just going to feel very, very grounded, and you're going to kind of simplify your work life on some level. And I think that's going to kind of give you a little bit more peace of mind than what you probably were feeling in the beginning of May. All right. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Taurus? As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of May 2020, what do we need to know for the sign of Taurus? Okay. All right, Taurus. Big breakthroughs are happening. Brand new starts, literally clearing away the old, and you're ready to bring in the new. Now, this is interesting too, because I'm feeling like you're going in a whole new direction. It's like everything that you kind of have been doing, it's like something happens and you decide to kind of just let it go, because you want a 100% fresh start. We have the Hangman, Tower, Devil, Page of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles in the upright position. Now, this is where I see here where you're literally kind of maybe tearing things down because you just want to start fresh. You want to rebuild. You want to do something where you have total control. Now, this is very, very good because it tells me that you're moving from a place of being stuck. You may have felt stuck in some way, shape, or form, but you don't feel that anymore. The Tower in reverse, this means that the worst is over. It's only rebuild and growth from this point on. It's going to be a very powerful timing. The interesting thing too is that May is your month, Taurus. So this is definitely going to be a new cycle for you. Now we also have the Devil card. Now remember, we saw him here upright. Here he is again at the end of the month in the reverse position, which means the chains have been broken. Attachments have been released. Whatever is not serving you, you have overcome that. You are working through it. You are healing from it. It's like one of those things where you have a breakdown so you can have a breakthrough. Literally, it's like you're just released. You're releasing and you're purging things in such a big dramatic way that it just really causes a lot of big changes in your life. We also have the Page of Swords. This is cutting away of something. You're going to get a message of something being eliminated. Now, this is not bad news at all, but this is something where you get message, you get feedback, you get information, you get an announcement of some sort or another where things are being eliminated. And this is actually a good thing because it frees you up to do other things. Now we also have the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, which means you are going to have money. Now you're probably going to feel like you need to hold on to your money, at least for right now, just until things settle down, until you kind of make some decisions and you figure out exactly how you're going to be, showing up for yourself in the professional way. And the Seven of Pentacles means there's going to be no shortage of work for you. Now, you may not necessarily be excited about it, but you can't complain either. You have customers, you have clients, you have jobs, you have projects, you have bids, you have work showing up. Now, sometimes it's one of those things where you just have to do what you have to do. But at the same time, it's also a very comfortable place to be. It's a place where you don't have to really stress or worry because your essential needs are being taken care of, and you know that you can do what you need to do in order to, be better than just survive. You're going to come out ahead. Now, I'm feeling like I need to pull one more card for you, Taurus, so I'm going to do that. Okay, Five of Swords. Interesting, because this card, it tells me that I want to say that you're going to be stepping away from the familiar. And you're going to be really kind of striking out on your own in a very different way. And I'm feeling that repeatedly with all of these cards in this last row here. Stepping away from the familiar, kind of maybe cutting off something or someone that's not necessarily exciting for you, but you're ready to move in a new direction. And you do that maybe even at the expense of some relationships, maybe at the expense of a job, maybe at the expense of securities as you know it. It's going to be very interesting for you, Taurus. You're going to definitely feel that you're ready. And I don't even know what exactly it is that you're ready for, but I think if you're watching this, you know what you're ready for. You're ready for that next step. You're ready for that next change. You're ready to move in a different direction. And you have no hesitation about it. You have no doubts. You have no questions. You're just ready to do it. You're ready to cut something off and you're ready to go for it. So because of that, I am going to say I support you 100%. As I look at your cards throughout the month, yeah, you really go through some kind of like some reawakenings is what I'm feeling. Also, too, it's also like some new discoveries about yourself, about who you are, what you want, and how you intend to serve yourself and serve others in this world. Very interesting, Taurus. So let's go ahead and close out your reading with a numerology guidance card. And you got 2. Wow, and I couldn't have picked 2 better cards. You got 7, personal growth, and then you also have 66, healing. And I think this is the theme of what you're going through throughout the month of May. These cards clearly show that you're evolving, you're going through levels. There's also different layers that you're kind of cleaning up and clearing away. You are releasing what does not serve you, and you are making room for the things that you want. So May is definitely a period of growth for you, Taurus. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to drop those down in the comment section below. And if you would like to connect with me for a private reading, I will have that information for you in the description as well. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. We'll do it again next month.